As a foreign rapper in Korea, how has that been like for you?
Because we're foreigner gonna put a higher price or some, but it's really few of them not gonna take us as seriously.
Do you think you are going to be able to get signed to a Korean label as a foreign rapper out here in Korea?
I don't have no doubt.
How did you, like perfect your Korean?
So I learned Korean by myself.
Got that killer just for camera. He wanna catch me in this Panamera. Wrong bet. If you test for the stick, you the wrong test.
Nice to meet you, Moon.
Nice to meet you too.
Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Moon and I'm an influencer and new rapper in South Korea.
Awesome. You just made mention that you're a rapper. Can you talk more about that like a little bit?
So since I was young, I wrote my lyrics and I was really into music. So I had like different influences. So pop music from USA, Korea, even Vietnam, because my origins, I'm from Central Africa and Vietnam too. So I wanted to make a mix, and when I fell in love with South Korean music, I felt directly attracted to the hip hop style. And I really wanted to be a rapper, so I just built my dream. So I earned money, went to South Korea, get a visa, and now I'm starting my career now.
The first time we met, like you weren't doing music. When did you start, like doing music in Korea?
So when we met, it was last year, and I was still influencer, and I met really great people, and I signed with a label called Watibe. It's a French label linked with Sony Music. At that time, it was around March this year, and then I came back to Korea, and I started my activities as a rapper in Korea. I'm so happy and grateful that I can live my artist life 100%.
You just said you are signed to a label. How did that work out? Like, how did they find you?
So that's really weird. I went to Paris Fashion Week, and that's where I met my manager around February this year. And at first we were just talking just about nonsense. Since I was influencer, I didn't want it to talk about my dream, Once he asked me, Moon, do you make music? And I was like, yeah, I make music. But I was really not confident about my music at that time. And then he listened to my mixtapes and he was like, you have such talent. You're really like your flow and even the way you look is really nice. So his best friend is the son of the producer of Watibe. So we were like, should we try? And then we met the producer. So his name is Dawala. We met him. He listened to my song 1, 2, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna sign you. Let's go.
I listened to your first music video ever that you released. It was nice, by the way. And of course, like your recent video that's actually coming up. We're not going to spoil it. Yeah. So it's like, amazing. And what inspired your first music video?
So yeah, my first music video, Soul City Drift, was inspired visually by Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, because I love drift and I love every kind of Asian culture. So at that time, it was my first music video. So I wanted something really powerful, something that has like a reference that everyone kind of know.
Do you write your songs?
So yeah, I do write my songs and also choose the beats, which is the most important for me as an artist and as a rapper, is that you have to do it by yourself, right? At first I didn't begin as an independent, so it was important for me and my label too to let me have my creativity full.
So going forward, like what do you see yourself doing, like in Korea, like as a rapper?
So I always thought that in the hip-hop industry, rap industry in Korea, there was something a little bit missing. They're really in the ego trip thing, so flexing, which is really nice, and we also do it overseas, but I wanted to have my touch, and what is my touch is my past and everything that helped me to build the actual Moon. That's why it was important for me to write my own songs, to write my own rap, because I want people know more about who is Moon and what I've been through.
As a foreign rapper in Korea, how has that been like for you? Although like you haven't been in the industry for like a long time, what have you experienced like so far?
To be honest, I always felt like in this industry, maybe a lot of people can, feel or know that I can have, like a lot of talent, things like this. Like they can know my value. I can feel that they usually respect me and they're really kind. The only thing that is pretty hard is that since my label is not Korean, I don't have any team in here, which is so hard. I just have my fashion stylist that is always with me, my best friend, and we're like a two-people team, which is so hard when it comes to find music director, photographer, to the album picture, everything like this. It's really hard. So we sometimes felt like we are independent, since we're in another country. And since we don't have any Korean representative, it's sometimes so hard to negotiate everything. We don't know about this market, so they sometimes, because we're foreigner, gonna put a higher price, or because we're foreigner, some, but it's really few of them not gonna, take us as seriously as other artists. But mostly well-known producer in Korea that I met, they already always knew my value, but since they're not in my team, they cannot sometimes help like they would.
Do you think you are going to be able to get signed to a Korean label as a foreign rapper out here in Korea?
I don't have no doubts, because I know that the people that had to, say, oh, Moon, you're good, or Moon, you're bad, they already said, I know you're good. So I know my value, like I told you, and when you have such like great talents or good inspiration and you make good music, the only thing that is missing is good promotion. So as long as I can do my good promotion, I don't have no doubts, and I know that one day I'm gonna make it.
As the first foreign female rapper in Korea, have you noticed like any change in direction of how people around you like look at you?
Usually people, they'll be like, oh, Moon, you have balls. Like usually they're not a lot of people that, are courageous enough. Usually all the people that when talk to me after I release my song, it was always like admiration. So I felt so grateful, and I could see like in their eyes some sparks, like, oh, Moon, you were courageous enough to do something that maybe we're so many dream of it.
Are there any labels in Korea you'd like to get signed under?
For the moment, I'm not sure, because the only labels I really know are like K-pop labels. But there are some producers that I really cherish, and I would love to work with them, and some artists that I really like their songs. So I really would like to work with them too.
Which other Korean artist would you like to work with in the future, if you have the chance to?
If I have the chance to, because I saw him coming back, it's Teen. I really love his style.
Do you have a crush?
I don't have a crush, because in my head, there's no love in work. It's always so many problems. So that's why I don't mix love with work.
Earlier on, you made mention that you'd also, like to have Korean audience as well. Why is that?
Because I feel like it's important, I wanted to mix my style with Korean style too. So I know that most of the hip-hop songs in Korea are really influenced by Black American music, if I can say like this. They have a lot of influences from overseas, and now I want to mix it with their influences again. So I know that nowadays, when I used to, watch music video, the only one I kept remembering was the Korean music videos. So I was like, okay, I want at least Korean visuals, and if I can add more in the songs and the beat, I'm gonna add my influences. So I'm doing a mix, so I want them to be included too. So that's why it's really important for me to have Korean audience.
As a foreign artist, you speak very good Korean. and which is actually like really amazing. Being able to like rap in Korean also like in English, it's not an easy feat. How did you like perfect your Korean?
So I learned Korean by myself. I use app, and like I told you, I was into music since I was young. So I was trying to translate every song that I was listening to. So I had a lot of vocabulary. So that's why it was so easy for me to get along with the Korean language.
You're gonna be having your new release. What should fans be expecting? What should everyone be expecting?
All the haters, I saw your comments, right? So I know my skills, I know my value, like I said. So I made a song for people that always bad-mouthing about me, and for people that always supporting me, to show that you're doing great while you're supporting me. So in the new song Moonlight, you can hear my rap skills, and I'm really talking about what are my value, what kind of artist I want to be, and what kind of person I am. And even in the next tracks that are gonna come out soon, you're gonna see more of my style and my versatility.
Well, thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.